reviewing the DUFF. The DUFF. Hi everyone, Miranda here. So today I'm going to be reviewing The DUFF by Kody Keplinger. I think that's how you say it. It's a weird name. This has got to be one of my favourite contemporaries of 2015 so far. The first time I heard about this book was last year by one of my tube friends called Rumin, and she really enjoyed it. And then it wasn't until the BookTube meetup a couple of weeks ago that you know, Ali, Michelle and Nicole, my Melburnian BookTube friends, had read it and said that they highly enjoyed it. I was like, I have to pick it off the shelves and buy it for myself. I have to read this book and see what the fuss is about. And I'm so glad I did, because this book is just amazing. It is such a great read. I was also interested to pick this up because, you know, the movie's coming out, so it was all around just, I just had to read this book. If you're interested to see my trailer reaction for this, I'll also leave the link down below. This book tells the story of 17-year-old Bianca or Bianca. I pronounce it as Bianca. I know some Americans pronounce it as Bianca.
I'm gonna say Bianca.
One day, this popular guy called Wesley gives her the nickname the DUFF. DUFF is the designated ugly fat friend. Basically, you know, the idea is that every single group has a DUFF. Person that is less attractive than everyone else in the group is easily approachable, just the one isn't as out there as the rest of the group. Bianca never really thought of herself as the DUFF before she was given this nickname. Her two best friends are like really hot and good looking. This name kind of plays on her mind. Bianca also in this book is battling some family issues. Her parents are not the closest things. Her mum's always off. She's left at home with her dad. Plays on Bianca because she has family issues and plus she sees herself as a DUFF. Her life isn't really up to scratch. Then she starts this friends with benefits relationship with Wesley. Wesley is a player of the school, known for his reputation to sleep around with girls and all that stuff. Bianca really hates Wesley, but she ends up having this friends with benefits relationship with him. It kind of turns into something else, which I'm not going to 100% go into. I think the message within this book is how to be true to yourself, coming to terms with who you really are. I think Bianca really finds herself by the end of this book. If that sounds interesting to you, I suggest you go pick this up. It's a great read. It's really short as well. That's the end for the non-spoiler section. If you don't want to be spoiled, click out. Let's talk the DUFF. Isn't it an ugly fat friend? I don't know how the author came up with that.
It's actually a good way to put it.
Do I believe in the DUFF? I finished high school recently. In Australia, we have a whole different system. In some ways, the DUFF to me, it's true that in every group there is a DUFF, but then again, I see it as no one is 100% perfect. And I don't think anyone should really have any labels. I don't like labels. If I was labeled the DUFF, I would be like, you know, Bianca. I'd have a really hard time coming to terms with it because I'd think, how dare you give me that label, just like everyone else. At the end of the day, everyone's human. I really love how Bianca just throws her cherry coke on Wesley. Wesley in this book for me, I have a love-hate relationship with the dude. I think by the end of the book, I really like him. I think the whole time, I really like his cheekiness. He's like one of those bad boys you just want to tame, you know what I'm saying? I like how Bianca brings out the best in him, sees more to him than that guy that sleeps around, and does tame him eventually. I hate how Bianca's always like,
oh, I really hate him.
It's like, girl, you don't really hate him. You may say that, but you don't even know your own emotions to like him. Me, just as everyone else, felt the attraction between these two main characters. Like, it was there. The chemistry was there. All they needed to do was get together. I mean, come on. When she kissed him on page 38 after, you know, claiming
Mom was in California, her dad was drowning. Too much of a cow to do a damn thing about it.
And she ended up just kissing Wesley. You wouldn't just kiss a guy if you didn't have an attraction for the guy. I'd probably, like, if I really hated that guy, I'd just slap him and let out, or punch him, you know what I mean? Let out my anger that way. I wouldn't kiss him. Then they are partnered together to do this essay thing, and they end up sleeping together. That's how the whole story kind of starts. Yeah, even with Wesley, he sleeps with every girl. I found it really funny how he had a condom in his pocket. How cute a condom in their pocket? They didn't know they were gonna be laid like every second.
He comes well prepared, you know. For a guy that does sleep with heaps of girls, he comes very well prepared.
And I also like his definition of sex.
Sex is a natural chemical reaction. It happens for a reason. Who am I to dictate who experiences the joy of sharing my bed?
Hey, it's a chemical reaction. I guess those two together make an explosion. I enjoyed Bianca as a character. Look, I found her really strong. You know, within herself, quite independent. She was her own, you know, type of person, and it takes a certain guy to see that. However, I really did not like how she shut her friends out half the time. In my opinion, she should have been open and honest with Casey and Jessica and just told them straightforward what was happening. I'm having these troubles at home. I'm using Wesley as an escape. Should have just been open with them, because then by like halfway through the book towards the end, Casey was like so mad at her. They ended up having this huge fight, calling each other bitch, this, that. There was no need for that. If she would have been open from the beginning, I know it would have been hard to come out that you're having this thing with Wesley, but these are your friends. They are just lovely people. You've known one of them forever. You would want to be open with them. And I know it must have been hard. The fact that Bianca's parents were getting a divorce. I really felt so sorry for her dad. The fact that he went back to his alcohol, and the fact that she had to see that. At one point, her dad actually hit her.
And you know, Wesley just punched the dad. Oh, that was funny.
And I really thought, the part where Bianca's mum kind of comes back, picks Bianca up from school, she hops in the car with her. I would not hop in the car if my mum came back all of a sudden after all that had happened. I would literally refuse to hop in the car, stand up for myself, and actually talk face to face with that person and let out what I've been experiencing. I think it's just a bit too light on the mum. Toby Tucker. I get the need for a character like Toby, that perfect kind of guy. But I'm so glad Bianca found a way in herself that she didn't need a guy like Toby Tucker. She wanted that bit of that bad boyness that she got from Wesley. Like how she did in fact date Toby. He was just the nicest thing. The way he let her go at the end, there was no fighting, no argument. Wesley was going also through a lot of problems, and that's what I really liked about the two main characters. They could actually talk about their problems with one another. The family was very dysfunctional. I actually felt sorry with him, and that's when Bianca realized that she actually has feelings for him. I think everyone just felt sorry for him. That would be very, very hard. And the fact that he wasn't liked by his grandma, his sister Amy, I thought she was so cute and fragile. You know, the two words that she said in this book, but she's like, thank you to Bianca for changing her brother. No one would like a son that has that reputation, that sleeps around with girls like that. I'm so glad that she, you know, changed him at the end, and when he gave her the roses at the door and wrote her that, you know, little love letter. Really funny when he walked in on her and Toby hadn't. First off, how did Wesley get in the house? I have no freaking idea. She's like,
I'll tell you why you're here. You know, your parents leave you by yourself, so you fill your life with meaningless flings. With girls, you never have anything serious with. Girls who practically worship you so that they don't abandon you. The only reason you're here is because you can't take the thought that someone else walked away from you. Your sensitive ego can't handle that, and it's easier to make me miss you than to make your parents come home.
I thought that was pretty straight on, but then again, I know, because I've read a lot of these type of situations before, that Wesley did come back because he did feel something and that he's willing to change for her. I really like at the end how she comes to terms that she's the Duff and she's happy to be the Duff. It's not necessarily a bad thing. You can be special when being the Duff, and I think she kind of felt that towards the end. Even with, you know, Wesley, he called her by her name at the end. Maybe he was the Duff within himself deep down. I think everyone has a bit of the Duff in them. We all sometimes at times feel unattractive, or you do go through a breakup, like I've been through breakups, or this and that, will someone ever love me again? Like what she went through, what Bianca went through with Jake. Jake used her, never called her beautiful. And she said within herself, love takes years upon years. Teenagers don't fall in love. And by the end, she came to terms with who you are. And that's what I think the message is, that everyone should just come to terms with who they are and be open about, you know, who they are. Hey Miranda, thank you so much for watching my little mini review on the Duff. I love this book. Do you love it too? Tell me down below. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.